Okay, so here are the steps and processes of the spiritual awakening, of the awakening to yourself, of the truest high of the high. It's you, it's not Jesus Christ. Okay, so I went on this rabbit hole a long time ago in like 2017 where I was like, oh my God, they are trafficking children. And I was trying to tell everybody, like, listen, they're like doing awful things to babies. Like, this is bad. This isn't good, you know? And everyone's like, Stephanie's crazy. She's lost her shit. She's going crazy. I actually was exiled from my best friend's weddings. I found out they went to Vegas, and for the bachelorette party where a bunch of drama, I guess, happened that thank God I wasn't there. But I found out, like, that's how I found out I wasn't in the wedding anymore, was that all this drama happened. My friend told me about it and they got home. And I was like, what? Last I heard I was in her wedding, and all of a sudden now we're not friends anymore. And so then she messages all of us like, well, I can't be yours as friends anymore, blah blah. And I think it's because of her fiance. Like, they just had they had a lot of issues. They have a lot of issues. I don't know if they still do. I haven't heard from them. Whatever. Anyways, it doesn't matter. So I'm going on these rabbit holes. I'm trying to wake the world up. And listen, they're trying to take away our rights. And my mom's like, Stephanie, this is going too far. This is consuming your whole life. I'm like, are you serious? So I started like getting involved in communities that were like organizing protests and rallies and all these things. So I was like, perfect. Like, I'm going to be like the MAGA Nationwide girl. So I was the MAGA Nationwide girl. I was going to events and I was reporting on the things that I was seeing. And there were groups of protesters that would show up to just to like scream at us and yell at us. And I'm like, are these people paid? Like, who knows? Now I'm finding out that there are paid protesters. There's people, most of my friends who've been looking for jobs have seen the job offers online for protesting. So I started seeing the truth of that. Like, even the way the media started painting things, like the news and stuff, I was like, we can't believe everything we see, because now I see how they're painting us at these rallies as like we're the bad guys, but in reality, these people are the ones who are shouting at us, trying to get a rise out of us. And when they do, that's what they record. They're trying to create wars in our streets, you guys. It's a psychological warfare that's happening right now. I personally witnessed and experienced this. And I was doing journalism, a lot of journalism at the time. I stopped because of the death threats I was getting from certain groups. And also, like, I was realizing, I saw that journalists will have 2 bullets to the back of the head suicide. You know, they'll get harassed and stalked by people, they'll be silenced. And so as a mom, I was like, I can't leave my kid to, like I don't want to die. I'm scared of death. Now I'm at a point where I'm not afraid of death anymore. Like, I know that whatever happens, that's part of my kids' life stories. If I were to die today, it would be very sad. Yes, I've cried at the thought of me dying and leaving my kids. I've cried multiple times. I've thought all about it, right? I will still cry sometimes, like, oh my God, it's sad, you know? But I know that I am giving him the most love right now, living every day like it is our last. Like, I do say yes to Avaloni a lot right now, because I'm like, if this is our last day, like, I want her to fucking enjoy it. You know what I mean? That's how I'm truly have been living. And because I'm living that way, I have all these beautiful things happening in my life. Sure, there's some other stupid shit, but there's a lot of really good things coming into my life. The community I want, like, all these, I feel happy. I feel very good. I feel very peaceful. I feel very blissful a lot. I'm always dancing, you know, I've changed my whole life around than what it used to be. I see things a different way now. And so the whole spiritual awakening is that you are waking up to a satanic cult that is taking over in the world. Like, that's what the awakening is, right? And you think it's everywhere. And that's why me and Andrew connected, because I saw his TikTok and I was like, oh God. And he was making himself a little cuckoo on the internet. And I was like, we need to come here. You need to come here. Because I'm telling you how this is. We are actually the children who are trafficked through these systems. It's the hospital systems. It's because the way that they're doing birth is unnatural. You're supposed to feel everything as a woman. There's a physiological part of birth, and the hospitals are stealing that, and they're also mutilating your baby boys. And in other countries, they mutilate baby girls, not at birth, and they get older. It's a ritual. They cut off the clitoris of a little baby, of a little female. I think it's 8 years old. And the way that circumcising started was the Jews. The rabbis actually, this is what I researched, so just hang tight with me, okay? They would take their sharp nails and they'd cut off the extra skin and they'd suck the blood out of the baby after 8 days. That's how I heard it started. I'm not sure if that's true, but that's what I read and researched, and like multiple sources are coming out saying that, so I'm not sure. But then you look at like the way that things transform, right? Like, now they're making people do things that are worldly, like cutting off the most sensitive part of your son's genitals. Like, Christians are so concerned about transgenders and them changing their genders and them ruining their bodies, as they're literally cutting off their son's peepees, like part of their peepees. So it's like, how, like, this is a satanic cult. And then you're also going to the church on Sunday and you're drinking something that is symbolic to blood in a body. Symbolism is everything. The mind is very powerful, and like whatever you put and consume is going to be projected outwardly in your life. And that's why all of us are so messed up, because we were all put in these little concentration camp, prison camp school systems, and we were told to sit still all day long, which is completely unnatural. Sit on the floor, be quiet, like lost all of our basic human rights as kids. That's what those school systems are doing to people. That's what they did to us. And then we wonder why we can't communicate, and why we can't like get along with people, and we have to chase people and be crazy like me. Like I jumped on my ex-boyfriend and I started hitting him, you know what I mean? Because I couldn't communicate, right? Because I didn't know how to communicate. That's why I homeschool my daughter, so she can develop the proper emotional intelligence to survive in this world. And that is the awakening. The awakening is yourself. You are I thought, I was out there searching for the Antichrist. Where's the Antichrist? Searching on the internet, on the internet groups, right? Searching for the Antichrist. Which leader is it? That's the Antichrist. And for a minute, I thought it was Trump. And I was like, no, it's fucking me, dude. I'm the Antichrist. I'm out here judging people, shaming people because they're not following Jesus Christ. That's the only true way is Jesus Christ. And I'm just trying to force my child to get dressed, to get ready, to brush her hair so she looks presentable to other adults at church. You guys, I am traumatizing my kid, brushing her hair out, holding her down, trying to get her all prim and proper for other adults at a church. That is child trafficking. You are trafficking your own children, okay? That is what's happening in America right now. That is the Great Awakening. It's you. You are the problem, which is why you need to change your home. You need to change everything you're doing so that way we are not a part of the problem. That way we can save the children. We are the children who needed to be saved. Our parents are the children who needed to be saved. We are a part of a human trafficking system right now. When you look into the history of America, okay, my great-grandmother, she got pregnant at 15 and her baby became a ward of the state, and the state sold her baby after adoption. That is child trafficking. You have CPS, DCF, all these groups who are literally having our rights, our freedoms stripped away from us and having our children removed from us. Knock, knock on your door as they come and take your children away. How is this not Nazi America? And I get worried about saying that word because that word is authoritarian. We're living in an authoritarian government right now. And you have people projecting their own fears and assumptions and bringing them to the court. And then that court is taking it as truth when it's not actually truth. And now you have people who are being jailed and put in more serious concentration camps, not the public school system, but the prisons now. And how many of these people in these prisons are actually criminals? Or how many were just turned into one because somebody lied about them? There are no morals these days. People have no problem lying in the court. I just personally witnessed it. They'll provide their own narrative of what a situation is to get their point across. They can be a better actor and a better speaker. The court system is a theater. It's a theater. Who is the better actor? Who is the better speaker? They don't care about truth at all. They care about a theater. And it's trafficking and destroying humanity. That is the Great Awakening. That's why I say, why are we paying our taxes to these people? They are corrupt. They cover up crimes for each other. You have churches, you have schools, you have police officers, you have judges covering up crimes for each other daily, all the time. It's a special club. Oh, yeah, we networked each other. Oh, yeah, that's a good guy. I trust him. Yeah, I don't think he would do something like that. That's not true. So victims are silenced. That's what's happening right now in our court systems. Is the victims are the ones who are being silenced and are being jailed and thrown in jail. Well, anybody can go in and claim whatever they want in these courtrooms. Yes, I am angry. That makes me very mad. Because as the old former MAGA nationwide girl, when I'm seeing people's constitutional rights being violated, this isn't America. What is this? What country is this? Because this is not America. And that's what you all need to wake up to. I'm a chill person. I can be chill. But don't fuck with my rights, okay? Because that makes me angry. Makes me really, really angry. And my voice is the weapon. I don't need to fight anybody. I don't need to kill anybody. I don't want to do any of that. I just want to use my voice and be able to express and tell the truth with my voice. That's what I want to be able to do. And right now it's illegal in America to do that. And that's what's scary. Okay? I love you.